And welcome back. Well, I have finally gone ahead because Optifine has finally been updated, and I have gone ahead and pulled the trigger on 1.1. And imagine my dismay to find that there is yet another change to the biome code, the terrain generation code, or whatever. In that the area that you see before you when this world was first created was plains in this direction, and off this direction and around this way was hills. And as you can see, it is currently snow country now. Of course, with the update to 1.9, it went from plains to a lot of this area around here became swamp. And now it has changed yet again to become snow country. The water down here in the lagoon has frozen, at least a large part of it. I take it that over here is the boundary between the new snow area and the regular hill country that it is over here. And I'm just thinking that I have become rather ill of all the changes to the terrain that happened with recent updates, and I would like very much for things to return to the state they were in when these areas were first created, when they were first generated. Like, for example, the mansion. The reason the mansion is located where it is because it was in the middle of a rather large, decent-sized snow biome. And with the update to 1.9, that snow biome became swamp. Oh, it's true, the existing snow remained, but it no longer snows there. It rains. And if I'm going to keep snow on the ground in that area, I'm going to have to turn a lot of snowmen loose, which I will probably do. But I wish I didn't have to take that extreme. I wish it was possible to somehow edit what biome a particular area was and set them back to what I know they are supposed to be. But that is not possible because the biome and so on is determined by the seed and not by anything in the save file. Anyway, speaking of the mansion, it has been suggested by several people that I build a track out there and then resume construction on that mansion. And so, because I agree with this, and I've been meaning to do it for some time, I'm going to gather some materials together here and then head out to the mansion site and build a minecart station there and send a track back here. And then once that minecart station and track are operational, it will be time to get back into some more construction there. That project has been on hold for a long time. It's long overdue to get back in gear. Because regardless of what has been done to the area, the biome, and the terrain code and so on, I do want that mansion to be finished eventually. And so I'm headed there, and we will scout out a good location for the rail track, the rail station, which will have a track coming from the main base and another track going from there up to the area even further north where the currently abandoned passive mob project was, or is, or what's left of it is. And we'll catch up with you at the mansion site. And here we are at the mansion. And now it is necessary to determine where to build this station. And I'm thinking I want to keep it close to where the construction shack is. And so what better way to do that than to just build it onto this side of the construction shack. So I'm going to stop in here, and I'm going to unload what I'm carrying. And start out by loading up on some dirt and leveling the ground outside to match with what I want to do here. A little bit of landscaping. And I'm just going to bring this whole area up level with what I'm standing on here. And you can tell by the grass color here that this area here is now swamp. And over there is, well, from the looks of the grass, I would say that might actually still be snow country, some of it. But I can't really tell for sure until it actually snows or rains. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this landscaping job done. Get this area, enough of it leveled out to go ahead and build a small station here with a 2-track switch. And then we'll go from there. Alright. Got the grounds prepared. Now let's see about getting a little bit of a station structure built. Decided to go ahead and use sandstone for this one, in spite of how much it may clash with the buildings next door. So, let us begin. And I've also decided that the incoming tracks, the incoming and outgoing tracks, are going to enter and leave here on the south side of the building. Because I don't want the rails going through the courtyard of the mansion. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and get the walls of this thing built up, and then we'll start on the innards. Alright, got the outer structure of the thing ready. And so let's get inside here and lay out where the doorways and so on are going to be. Alright, the track is going to come in and out on this wall. And we'll have that one for track 1. And that will be where track 2 comes out. Alright, I don't have any dirt, so let's just grab some out here. Alright, now let's just lay down a little bit of track to sort of specify what's going to happen here. And I can see I'm going to have to move this one already. Well, alright. Alright, let's try laying this out again. No, no, no. Not there. Over here. Alright, now let's lay the track down. Alright, the launcher will be over this way somewhere. No. Okay. And then along here, this track will go up to a ramp and into a receiving area where there will be standard passenger detection system, and then the cart will be sent back here to over this way where there will be a ramp up to a Pez dispenser. And let's get a little bit of light in here so that we don't have unauthorized construction gawkers of the kind that will generally blow the place to hell. Okay. Okay, and okay, I need some more construction materials anyway, and in the process I want to take a look back at the main base train station and have a look at the track layout there so that I can roughly duplicate it here. And I'll do that and catch up with you in a bit. Alright. Fresh load of some more sandstone and some powered rails and gold to make more powered rails with. And so I'm going to start reworking this thing. Wait a minute. In there, not there. All right. Now, actually, I may have to move that wall over a block. Yeah, I think so. So I'll get to that. Alright. A few things together here. And since I'm not going to have a grass floor in here, I figured it makes sense to change it out for a cobblestone floor. No, excuse me, a smooth stone floor, which I think will look good with the sandstone. And also there's the matter of getting the power in for the powered rails and so on. There'll be one there. So we'll go ahead and put a torch underneath of it. There. Get some rails in place here. And now do the same number for this track. Alright, there's our incoming track. And let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see now. No, 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 no. I'll get this right. There. That's what I want. Except I don't need any there. Alright, that's getting to be more like it. This actually isn't quite as complicated as I'm making it look. It's just a little bit of trial and error with getting the track turns to go the right direction. Alright, that's better. Okay, and I'm thinking actually maybe I don't need to have those dug out. That for this simple station just having a switch or two right out here will be sufficient. Alright, let's come up with the switches. Okay, so if I put a block here, a block there, and a switch on top of either one, those switches should control the track bend. Yes, they do. And so for whichever one I want to use, just flip the switch and that becomes the selected outbound track. Inbound traffic comes through here, goes this way, and we'll go along there, climb up, and drop down onto the passenger detection area. The empty cart will then be sent down this way to go up the ramp for a Pez dispenser. But first, need to get some more of this floor taken care of. There. And right here can begin to ramp up to the offloading area. Meanwhile, get some more of this floor in place. And let's not forget lights. Alright, I have completed the smooth stone floor and I picked up some more materials and so on, so let's see about actually getting this turned into a functioning minecart station. Okay. Now, let's see, I need to have a detector rail there because that's going to trigger the send out a new cart mechanism. Okay. And we'll need some more powered rail up here to keep the cart moving. And to get it up the ramp. Let's see if that will power it. No, it will not. Okay. That, however, will. Okay. Okay. Similar arrangement here. There. Alright, and these two incoming tracks will terminate on a powered rail, which will make sure they have all the juice they need to get through the system. And I'm going to block these off for the time being until I'm ready to build the actual tracks that go through them. And the switching is complete and works. Alright. Incoming cart comes through here, up the ramp, hits that block, drops down on here, and we'll need a pressure plate. Alright, incoming cart comes through, lands there. Stepping out of the cart, you walk on the pressure plate, it activates that and sends the cart onward. Alright, now over here is where the Pez dispenser needs to end up. The business end of it needs to be. And alright, I need to refer to a working one to make sure that I have the design right.